Guys, let's get right into it. This video is made in partnership with Kalshi. And wouldn't you know it, Kalshi has a market on whether the UFC will crown a new champion this year. Now, you know me, I don't predict fights. I foretell destinies. And looking at this market, I've got opinions. Here's how it works. If you trade a contract at 45 cents, the market says there's a 45% chance that this happens. If it does, that contract pays out $1, more than doubling your money. Same deal at 60 cents. Market says 60% chance. Put $100 in at 60 cents, you're going to walk out with about $166. At 45 cents, roughly $222. Kalshi flips the script. It's the largest legal prediction market in the United States. Available in all 50 states, and these are real money trades between real people. Kalshi works like the stock market. It matches traders with each other. No VIG, no house edge. No limiting you because you're winning too much. They've got over 1 million users, and they facilitated over $2 billion in trades. And get this, Kalshi even pays interest on long-term positions. You can earn before the market even resolves. If you want to try it out, Kalshi is giving $10 to anybody that signs up at kalshi.com/Chael. Use the code Chael and trade $100. Go check it out and trade like the bad guy.
Volkanovski irritated with Chael. Volkanovski went on a platform in Australia. Somebody told me that was Fox Australia, whether it was or not, and said, a lot of people don't think I deserve this title shot. Chael Sonnen said I shouldn't be getting it. All right. I don't remember that. I can't remember a time thinking that Volk isn't the right guy for a world title fight. I can't remember that. I remember the last half a decade believing that Volk is the right guy for a title shot at 2 different weight classes. And I hate when somebody denies something. I find it to be like a cowardly thing. I didn't say that. Oh, is that what I don't remember saying that. I never pull that, or at least I try to never pull that. I don't remember this, even within sight of me. It's not just a matter of, did I say Volk shouldn't get a title shot? I don't remember a time in my life in 5 years, forget about saying it. I don't remember a time where that was in me, where I even thought that. Like, Volk's the man, so I'm going, okay, what happened here? Well, there is something. There is something that happened here. So Volk lost the 45-pound title by finish, lost the 55-pound title by finish, returned to 145, and found himself in a title shot. And not because he won his way to it, but because the guy, Ilya, left the division. And they brought Volk in. All right, this must be what we're talking about. This must be a time where I would have come out and said, because that is a different scenario. Like when you do replay that in your mind, that timeline, it's very weird that Volk got the title shot. Now, any of us, self-included, that would have questioned whether he should have got the title shot look like fools when he leaves with the title. Like, very much that's the spot that Lopez is in. Very much. Lopez shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be here in terms of he was just here. A title opportunity, which you try to spread around, it's a great way to keep morale high, but rematches for title shots, right? It's one of these things you try to spread around. In this regard, Lopez shouldn't be here. But we're going to look like fools saying that if he leaves with the belt. So it tells the story. It helps to build the story. The fact that Lopez shouldn't be here, the fact that that is in many people's minds is part of the story. Now, these aren't Chael's rules. These are the rules. There was a press conference yesterday, and Lopez had to spend his entire time at the press conference defending why he was at the press conference. And I will tell you, as a fighter, you hate that. You really do. I got a fight with John Jones. I had never fought at 205 before. I had no wins at 205 pounds. What am I doing in a title shot? Well, when the media asks me that, it did bother me because I thought it was very rude. I'm your guest. I've got on an airplane. I've flown here. I'm in your studio to be interviewed. What do you think, that I don't know? Do you think that I don't know what the actual time of day it is? And so it's one of these things that can be very annoying. And I would have loved, after I ripped John's toe off and threw it in the second row, I'd have loved to have taken that belt back to that very studio and shoved it up his ass But that's what Volk did to me and all of us that questioned him. He took that belt, he shoved up, and he reminded us how great he was. Do you guys remember Bernard Hopkins? Bernard gets a knockout. All the media had picked against him. It was this very cool moment. And I know nobody follows boxing, so I know you don't know this story. Bernard Hopkins got panned by the media for a fight. He was too old, he was done, he didn't belong, they all dismissed him. And after the fight, he went and stood on the ropes, and he goes like this with his boxing gloves on. And he just looked at them. And he just looked at them all one by one. And then he said, "You all must have forgot." He was talking about, you must have forgot who you were talking about. You must have forgot how great I am. You must have forgot what I do when I get into this ring. It was this great moment, and it created a glorious moment. And Volk was questioned, and Volk should not, per the way that we understand the story, have been given the title shot. Which is what makes it his glorious moment. Had we not told the story that way, which is accurate, but had we not had the courage to come out and tell the story and set the table in that fashion, he doesn't get credit for being the grizzly veteran that returned, that still believed in himself, that found a way, that was still the best in the world. He doesn't get any of those things. It's just expected. Right? Volk does not want a world where the biggest voice, I don't say that out of arrogance. Go look at my subscriber count. I am the single biggest voice in MMA. He doesn't want a world where, first off, I don't tell the story accurately. He did not belong in that title shot. But he also doesn't want to take a world where we don't set the table so that he can take his bow. And he's feeling it right now. He just doesn't know it. Like, Diego Lopez is a really hard fight. It's a really dangerous fight. And he got brought back for this fight for a reason. And the reason that nobody talks about is somebody in a decision-making capacity thinks that Lopez can beat Volkanovski. So now Volk's competitive juices are going. But just imagine that we didn't tell it like that. Imagine we dismiss it. Oh, this is nothing for Volk. Oh, they brought in an easy guy because Volk's fighting at home. He's getting old. It did Volk a favor. Gave him an easy opponent. You don't want to be a fighter and go into that. Tom Aspinall just had to go into that. Ciryl Gane is a straight-up badass, former world champion, professional kickboxer. He is great. And the whole world acted like, oh, Tom should be done in 20 seconds. The world was acting like Tom could put Ciryl on his finger and spin him around like a ball. Like, you don't want that. As an athlete, you want the story told accurately, but you also want a situation and a narrative that's created where you can come out the hero, where you can have a glorious moment. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I said that Volk didn't belong there. He did not. Lerone Murphy or Iluev should have been chosen for this fight. Diego Lopez doesn't belong here. But that's what the story is. That is the story of this fight. I did Volk a favor. I was fair. He had been knocked out twice in championship matches. To return him to a championship match is something the bookers should not have done. I'm right. Volk's the best in the world. He's the hero of the story that was told by me. So if this is his cute way of telling Chael thank you, yeah, you're welcome.